Ready to take the guesswork out of plant-based living? Well, I'm here to give you tips and strategies to help you thrive on a plant-based diet. So let's jump in. On today's show, we're going to be covering all things pesto, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make your own plant-based pesto at home. The word pesto originates from the Italian word pestare, which means to pound or to grind. So pesto is traditionally made from grinding basil leaves with garlic, Parmesan cheese, and oil. So it's really easy to make a plant-based version of pesto, and I'm going to show you how by following these simple tips. So with pesto, you are going to need some sort of blender. I'm actually going to be using a small food processor. So this is my tool of choice. I highly recommend purchasing one of these if you don't have one. They're so handy for making any sort of sauces or dips. So with making a pesto, you want about 1 to 2 cups of greens. So traditionally, this is basil. However, you can use any sort of greens that you want. So I used 2 cups of kale. So you can use kale, arugula, parsley, or even beet. Greens work really well in a plant-based pesto. And then next, you want to choose some sort of nut or seed. So traditionally, pesto is made with pine nuts. However, pine nuts are really expensive, and for those with nut allergies, you can use sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds or even hemp seeds. And then some other great nuts, if you don't have pine nuts on hand, to use are walnuts, cashews, or even almonds. And then you want to have about 1/4 a cup of liquids. So I like to use oil, and that's more traditional. However, you can use water if you're concerned about fat content. And then you want to add in some garlic. So I typically use about 3 cloves of garlic in my pesto, but I would say anywhere from 1 to 3 is a good place to start. If you love garlic, you could even add 4. It's totally up to you. And then you want to add in some sort of acidity. So traditionally lemon juice is used. So you want around 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, or if you don't have any fresh lemon on hand, you can use apple cider vinegar. It works just as well. And then you want to add in some cheesiness. So I like to use around 2 to 4 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. If you don't have nutritional yeast, you can use cashews work, or even any sort of plant-based cheese that you have at home, that could work. And then you just want to add in some salt and pepper. And some additional options that you can use are capers, sun-dried tomatoes, or you could even add in some miso to give it a more salty flavor, but that's totally up to you. So again, making your own pesto at home is super easy, and you don't have to follow the traditional recipe. You can make your own with so many delicious plant-based foods to choose from. And then we're ready to blend it all together. So you want to blend it for about 30 seconds to a minute, and just make sure that it's blended up nicely and it's all incorporated, and then you're free to try. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoy your plant-based pestos. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And please leave any questions or topics that you'd like to see in future shows in the comments below.